Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bobby Frother, and today we are going over the different levels of detoxification and how they may apply to your health situation and kind of how to move in between each of these, again, based on your problems and based upon the solution or the outcome that you are looking to achieve to obviously promote your health and get it to the next level. So, let's break this down. And let's start with, let's kind of start at the bottom, okay? And we're going to work our way up. So, again, the point of detoxification is going to be to heal yourself, to improve your health, to solve a health problem, or to get yourself to the next level within your health. So, detoxification is cleansing, it's healing. It's health improvement. So this is the word or the set of steps that you need to take in order to heal yourself, in order to cleanse yourself, and in order to improve your health naturally and holistically. So you have your bottom layer, right? You have your bottom layer of animal protein, fish, dairy, eggs, cheese, grains, all grains except amaranth, quinoa, and millet. Refined processed starches and sugars, right? And I'll get into more detail in another video in regards to food specifics, food setups, a diet protocol, things like that. But I want to give you the outline. I want to show you the macro perspective of how to think and how to revert to and how to kind of understand which level you're on or which level you play in between or utilize throughout your regular daily diet or throughout your lifestyle. Because personally, I go in and out of some of these layers or these levels, depending upon what day it is, depending upon what goal I have, or depending upon what I'm actually trying to do, whether it's solve a problem or, again, improve my health in one of many circumstances. So I will also kind of go through and layer kind of where I would start in certain situations given your health problems. So we'll go back and that animal protein level, that fish, dairy, eggs, cheese, grains, refined starches, sugars, those are extremely acidic to the body, right? And we remember that there's only two sides of chemistry, acid or alkaline, and we want to be in an alkaline state for optimal health, okay? So what we need to do is we need to avoid these foods at all costs, all right? Now, I know that me being a vegan, I'm not going to participate in any animal-based foods. But if you are not vegan, I would try to minimize these foods within your diet and within your food consumption. I would try to avoid these or minimize these the greatest that you can, okay? There is no detoxification, there is no healing, there is no cleansing, there is no improvement of true health at this level, okay? When someone has cancer or heart disease or liver failure or pneumonia or whatever it is, the nutritional protocol is never going to include any of these foods to improve their health. Okay, so I want you to understand that. All right, so let's take one step up now. We're on the nuts, seeds, cooked veggies, and leafy greens level. Okay? Now, with just these foods alone, you're going to see no to minimal detoxification. Okay, you're going to see, again, minimal to no health improvement, all right, with just these foods. Now, me personally, and I will show you also in a later video how to sprinkle these things throughout your regular nutritional protocol, your regular diet. But just know that these are not going to really detoxify the body in any substantial way. This doesn't necessarily mean that nuts or seeds or cooked veggies or leafy greens are not healthy. They will promote an alkaline state, just not at a very, noticeable level, not a very noticeable speed, which is kind of what we want to do. We don't want to take 6 years to detoxify, or we don't want to take, 25 months to heal yourself. So again, these are kind of a low level of alkaline eating. That again, I will demonstrate to you how to kind of sprinkle them throughout. But right now we're focusing on detoxification, and I just want you to know that this is minimal to no detoxification, which is why it's kind of separate here. So let's take it right into that raw fruits and vegetables level, right? So this is sort of a hybrid in between the raw fruits and vegetables and nuts, seeds, cooked veggies, and leafy greens. So if you combine these two, then you have yourself an 80-20, right? An 80-20 type of diet of raw foods to cooked foods, nuts and seeds. You will experience detoxification. You will experience an improvement of health. You will experience solving any of your health issues. Okay? Now, it won't be at the fastest speed. It won't be at the most rapid pace. And it wouldn't be something that I would suggest to someone who has stage 3 cancer in any of their organs. So just know that, again, raw foods are key to your detoxification. And this is where we get into that raw food spectrum. Okay, all these levels that you see, right, all through here, all these levels are raw foods. Okay, and we finally broke that barrier here to get into that raw foods space, right? So you will begin to detoxify yourself by consuming raw foods. That is the first step of detoxification. That's the first step of improving your health, of improving your 4 main processes of digestion, utilization, absorption, and elimination. And this is where you will begin to experience an improvement of your health, right? So after this, we're going to move into the green juices or smoothies. When you are juicing, and again, I have a video for you in regards to juicing, but right here, the green juicing is the juicing of veggies, juicing of vegetables, right? This is where you're going to have an increase of detoxification because you're moving into juices. Juices will provide a higher level of detoxification than straight raw foods. Why? Because you're eliminating the digestion energy being spent on breaking down your food. Now, fruits are very easy to consume and to digest and absorb and utilize. Vegetables, on the other hand, require much higher energy and much higher digestive energy. So, nonetheless, this is going to improve our detoxification speed and our level of detoxification. We're getting deeper. As we're going up this pyramid, this raw foods pyramid, we are actually increasing our level of detoxification and our speed and the real efforts that we are applying here. So the next level, you're going to see fruits and veggies, right? So fruits for breakfast and lunch and salad for dinner. This is just kind of a example. It could be fruits for breakfast and lunch and veggies for dinner, right? Or we could do fruits for breakfast, veggies for morning snack, fruits for lunch, veggies for a mid-afternoon snack, and then salad for dinner, or we could do fruits, veggies, things of that nature. We're alternating between fruits and veggies. Okay? Very simple, but again, an improvement in our detoxification level. Now, we're going to move into just fruit, right? 100% fruit. So we have a increase because we are solely fruit fasting. This would be a fasting level where we are solely consuming fruit, right? Again, I'll get into details of which fruit, why, fruit pairing, fruit combining, things like that, when this fruit, when that fruit, that type of thing. But just know that fruit, 100% fruit, a 100% fruit diet is serious detoxification and healing, serious cleansing, right? So when you're at this pace, when you're at this level, you're doing some real deep cleansing. And now we'll move to the next two: fruit juice, fruit smoothie. To me, they're somewhat one and the same thing. Bottom line is, again, you're eliminating that digestive energy that your body is spending to break down your food, right? So it's even faster. It's literally instant absorption, right? It basically just skips the digestion piece of it, which is a whole energy intensive process from your body. And when you're very ill, so right here at this 100% fruit level, this is where I would begin to recommend this type of nutritional protocol or detoxification protocol for someone who has chronic or degenerative health. Again, we're moving into the cancers, the real deep diseases, heart disease, lung disease, prostate cancer, things like that. And even some of the MSs and the Parkinson's, some of the nervous system types of diseases. We want to really approach them directly with fruit. Fruit is your greatest healer, my friends. Fruit is your greatest detoxificator, if that's a word. But it's going to create the greatest outcome for your health. It's going to cleanse you, heal you, detoxify your body at the greatest level. Okay? So again, it's kind of the lowest level of the fruit detoxification, because as we get into the fruit juices and the monos, you're going to experience even more and deeper cleansing. So again, our fruit juice is just going to be 100% juice, 100% fruit juice. It's all you're consuming. You're not chewing anything. You're literally drinking and swallowing. Okay? We'll go into the mono fruit consumption. Okay? And personally, between these two, I'm not really sure which is higher in the hierarchy, but we'll go here. Because if you think about it, consuming one fruit, you still have to digest and things like that, as opposed to fruit juices, which you don't. But again, we're talking about the highest level, literally the highest level mastery of food consumption, detoxification, and healing. So, 6 here, half a dozen here, it's not something to get very caught up over. So I want you to understand the context. But we're moving into a mono fruit. What that just means is you're consuming one kind of fruit. So bananas, lemons, watermelons, grapes, strawberries, right? One type of fruit per day. Now, you can go on a week-long grape fast, right? You could do a whole week of grapes. You could do 2 weeks of grapes. You could do 40 days of grapes. Or you could do 1 day of grapes, 1 day of lemons, 1 day of watermelons, one day of strawberries, that kind of thing. So to break up the monotony, allow your mental and emotional and spiritual capacities to break the monotony, as well as your physical tasting monotony. But that is the setup. We have our mono fruit juice fasting. So again, that would just be grape juice. That would just be watermelon juice. That would be lemon juice. No other consumption of any kind of fruit juice for that day. Again, you could do a grape juice fast for a week, a grape juice fast for a month, for 40 days, or you could break it up and do a grape juice fast for a day, and then a watermelon juice fast the next day, and then a apple juice fast the next day. It's again a break up that monotony, but it's really your choice. And so this level here is kind of where I would peak. I would end here. Okay? There are two higher levels of detoxification and what you would consider fasting as well. Fasting is really just a period of eating or a period of not eating, right? It's not necessarily categorized by eating or not eating. It's about what's in that eating window and what's not in that eating window and how long the time is, right? So technically all of these are a form of fasting, right? But I want to get into two specifics: water fasting and one that's not mentioned, which is dry fasting, okay? Dry fasting would be the top, right? That's your literally the consumption of nothing, right? And water fasting would just be the consumption of water, okay? Now, what you can do, what I would recommend, is that you sprinkle these in between or throughout your normal eating patterns, your normal fasting periods, your normal nutritional and diet consumption, the protocol. What I mean by that is those who practice intermittent fasting, as I do, sometimes I go 8, 10, 12 hours without consuming anything. So in that period, I'm dry fasting, right? At the same time, I may go 18 hours, where, 6 to 8 of those of where I'm sleeping, which is dry fasting. But when I wake up, I'm consuming water. I may consume water for 8, 10, 12, 14 hours. Maybe even 24 hours if I'm going to do a 24-hour water fast, which occasionally you can sprinkle those throughout. But so that's the understanding, right? But let's back it back down and go into fasting. A lot of people believe that, by dry fasting or just water fasting, I'm really doing so much benefit for the body. I'm doing better than if I would consume food. And for a small chunk, that is true. But it is not recommended. I do not recommend to just do a water fast or a dry fast if you're fighting illness, if you're fighting disease. Why? You're looking to heal that. You're looking to cure that. And the way to do that is to provide the body energy. You want to energize yourself so that you can heal yourself. If you don't have energy, how are you going to utilize energy to heal yourself? It's a catch-22. I want to fast. I don't want to consume anything because my body will heal. But after a certain point, it won't. So you need to provide the proper energy for your body so that it can heal, so that it can move and detoxify itself, so that it can cleanse it. And the best way to do that overall is through fruit. So again, sprinkle the dry fasting and sprinkle the water fasting in periodically throughout your day or on a regular basis. But what you need to do in order to detoxify yourself is at least be on a raw foods diet. fruits and veggies. And you can even go to the level of an 80-20 of raw foods, 80%, and cooked foods, 20%. Cooked foods, nuts and seeds. Okay? Which nuts and seeds are raw foods. So there's that little, I'm providing context, there's that little gap there, there's that little bridge of nuts and seeds providing that raw food category, but not necessarily a detoxificator. I like that word. So I want you to understand that, right? And as your health decreases, the worse off that your health is, the more and the higher you want to be on this detoxification period, or this detoxification pyramid, the higher you want to be on this detoxification pyramid, the worse off that your health is. So again, we want to get into fruit fasting ASAP if you have degenerative and chronic illnesses, degenerative and chronic diseases. And so let this marinate, let this digest, absorb this knowledge and this information, feel it, bring it into you, and allow yourself to understand the direction that you need to go, or that you need to proceed, or that you need to begin to utilize within your normal or daily nutritional habits, your nutritional consumption, your energy consumption. Understand where you need to play, understand how you need to play these pieces and these parts to put together a solid nutritional protocol, a solid energy diet based upon your problems, based upon your health level, based upon your goals, and based upon what it is that you're trying to do in order to create a specific outcome for your health.